Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm gonna make a quick YouTube video on how to install a 40-inch LED light bar on the UpTop Overland Bravo series roof rack. I know there's not a whole lot of mounts or LED light bar mounts like compatible with the UpTop Overland roof rack. I know there's a lot for the Prinsu, from the Cali Race LED, Prinsu itself, stuff like that. So I figure I'd make this video because I know myself, when I was doing research, I could not find anything on how to light a light bar on the UpTop Overland roof rack. So let's jump right into it. So first step, I know there's a couple different options you can get with the UpTop Overland roof rack series. They have a couple different options that are compatible with, different light bars, like the Baja designs. They have like an extreme LED one. So all those like cutouts are compatible with like those high-end light bars. I just got a cheap one, for the time being. So first step that we're gonna do is up here, notice that you have a crossbar section where you can adjust the crossbar here. I had it back here just for some stuff that I mounted up here, but it's really important that you move the crossbar to the very front. That way you have, it's closest to the front fairing right here, right? So if you notice inside, there's little track nuts here and over there. So my mounts are gonna go in here. Basically gonna take the factory, whatever mounts the light bar gave me. I knew I needed a spacer for this. That way, I could have the light bar touching the front, almost touching the front, kind of giving it a clean look. And, the bolts that they supply, those they're too long for the track nuts that go in here, because there's only a certain amount of depth in these slots, right? So I needed basically a shorter end. So this is like my shorter end of the nut here, or the bolt there. So what I'm gonna do is I basically went to Home Depot and I got these spacers. They were pretty cheap, like 87 cents a piece. They're just, I wanna say about like half an inch, just plastic spacers. And then I also got these, almost like 1.5 inches, just bolts, with an Allen wrench on the top. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna place my screw in there, basically, and then I'm gonna be running it from the front. So that's gonna go in there just like that. But the light bar will be up here somewhere, and then this side of the end will be in there with the track nut. So I'll show you how to do that and how it looks. All right, so I know I said that the spacer was gonna go in front. I realized it's supposed to go in the back. Give me that extra space going in the front, right? Okay, so clear on that. So this is what it looks like, have the factory bracket that they supplied me with. I couldn't really tie, because this back spacing here, the way the light bar is shaped, this is not going to work out because this is too long, and that's just going to hit there, and that's a whole nother thing. But as you can tell, spacer's coming in handy. I basically screwed that bolt into the track nut back there. And yeah, I mean, it's not as flush as I want it to be, but I think it's pretty good for now, because last time I did it, or I thought I was it was gonna be okay from back here, but I was like, that's gonna look iffy. So I mean, the spacers look good, and from the front, I'll show you guys, looks pretty slim from the front. Now it's just a matter of wiring, and I'll show you guys how I ran the wires through here. Pretty simple process. Just got one off of Amazon. It's just a plug and play. I wired these myself, and it's just a plug and play there, because if I want to change this light bar out, which I eventually will with probably like a Baja Designs or something like that, like a better one. I just want the convenience of, you know, just taking it out, unplugging it, rather than just buying a whole new wiring harness. I do have the aux beam switch panel here. I already have like my Bajas here, and on the other side, and I have rear lights, these guys here. So this is all wired and everything. So I ran the wire through here, kind of near my ditch lights, and then I'm just gonna slide this guy into there all the way up and kind of get a clean look, because it actually is like a very good, you know, space here. It's actually almost like it's meant for wiring harnesses to go in this little slot. So I mean, I'll just probably move that a little bit at the top, you know, kind of shove it in there a little bit. Basically, you got to be running it to the 30 amp fuse right here. You basically unscrew these and run your wires to it. There's no ground because you already do have a ground that is connected over here. So as you can tell, these are all my wires for all my lights. It's very clean. Engine bay stays nice and clean. There's no wires running anywhere else. So I highly suggest getting one of these guys. It will make your wiring situation so much easier. All right, so this is the finished product. It is a very, very low profile light bar. This is my hand, and you can obviously see how tiny it is. But for a light bar that's off of Amazon that had pretty good reviews, it'll do for now. I plan on getting a better light bar, just because I want, you know, my main output of light to be a lot. You know, this is probably going to be okay, but it's not going to be a lot as compared to the other ones. So that will be in the future. But as far as the wiring, don't make fun of me on how I did it. I tried my best, not a professional. It looks good to me. You know, it's not kinked or anything, so it should work. But I'll probably move this up and, you know, wrap it around in a U shape later. Basically ran the extra wire down here into the switch panel, the aux beam switch panel that I have in here. It's just my control panel here for all my lights. But yeah, as far as doing it yourself, it literally took me only like half an hour. It was a pretty simple project. I hope this helps some of you guys out that have a UpTop Overland roof rack. Like I said, some front fairings are more compatible with the higher end light bars like the Baja designs. So if you buy one of those fancy ass lights, sure, great, you know, you get a whole kit that comes with the UpTop Overland roof rack. In case like mine, where I just want something cheap for now that'll do, you're gonna have to make your own. So, you know, just come up with something, a little bit of ingenuity. It's not gonna be crazy like me, you know. Most of the, you know, some stuff on here that I did in my truck, like this guy, this is my propane mount. So my little 5 gallon or my 5 pound propane tank, it goes there. So I mean, that only cost me like 40 bucks compared to like 130 bucks, you know. So just come up with stuff, you know, that'll work, and in the long run it'll work. So I hope this helps you guys out, and yeah, thanks for watching.